What's up? Welcome and thank you guys for watching this video here. And if you are new to the channel and you like what you see, you know what to do, please subscribe and like, and we'll continue to keep doing these videos. But here we are bringing you the Atlantic Division. In case you're new to it, I do have a offline save that's been going on already 3 seasons. This is season number 4. So here we are to do this season right here, and this is just showing you right now so far where we are at in the 05-06 season. As you see, the Nets at the top, Toronto with the 6-6 record, the Sixers 5-5, the Celtics 3-9, the Knicks at 2-11. This is a conference. This is a division that's a little rough around the edges. Not pretty, but the Nets are up there at the top. I will go around, show you the rest of the rosters, show you the changes that have gone through here, and you guys can see what the teams look like. None of these teams here have been the top of the East. I mean, except for the Raptors, they got close to the finals, but everybody else has been kind of struggling, and especially the Celtics too, because, well, they've got a team built, but the injuries are really killing the Celtics with the team that they've got built. They've got a big three, but they haven't really used the big three at all. But we're gonna get to it here. I'm just showing you everything you want to see. If you want to pause this, you can take more look at the stats. Go ahead and do that. But we're going to show you the next first team, which will be the Raptors, and these are the Raptors picks right now. You don't have any picks for the next draft. That's going to be a rough one, so they gotta focus with what they've got. But they are on a year with Vince Carter, and they got to figure out, is Vince going to stay, Vince going to go. You've had a good couple playoff runs, but you haven't made it to the finals yet. You've added Steve Nash to the equation to help out. You went out this free agency, added some more players this free agency to try to help you guys succeed and try to win. And here is the squad here. There it is. They last year with 39-43 with the team of Steve Nash and Ricky Davis. They added Wally Zerbiak. They drafted Brandon Bass, and they also went out and got Brent Tenzias as well. They had James Jones last year. Vince Carter's injured this season right now, so he's been injured. So trying to figure out, how to deal without your star player. But Steve Nash has to figure out a way to carry them right now. You got a good squad with Ricky Davis at 83, Wally at 84, and it's not a bad team. It's not a bad team per se. It's got Gary Trent as well on the squad. The benches could get better. Obviously, the bench could be a better scene for them. There's a Nutchbar who has not panned out, and I don't know if he will pan out. He didn't pan out in real life, but he might not pan out here. And the rest of the squad's a little bit suspect. But Vince Carter and Jeff McInnes are both injured right now. But it's a lot of question marks right now at the 6-6 team. And if they're not there in the playoff, they're not in the playoff hunt by February or January, there might be a chance that they get traded. That they do the trading, they remove Vince Carter out of the equation, and maybe sell off on Canada's own Steve Nash, because it has not worked out yet. Unless you're able to add a piece that can help Steve Nash, because you don't have no draft picks for next year, so it's going to be a tough one. But up next, the 76ers. Who again don't have a first round pick in the 2006 draft. They traded away. They were 49-33 last year. Almost got a playoff push. Almost got far for them, but they didn't go as far. And this year they're 5-5 so far. I'll same thing with them. Their star player Allen Iverson is a great player, but they now need to figure out, hey, how are we gonna make the finals? How are we gonna win the finals? This is the squad they've got. They got Roy, they got Iverson, they got Iguodala, they got Keith Van Horn still. They went on the free agency, got Eddie Curry for their center. So it's not a terrible team. It's just a team that has to figure out their chemistry, especially with Eddie Curry. He could be really good, or he could be a lot of trouble. And then Derek Anderson and Manuel Barrera. They have a squad in the bench that can help them out with Kenny Thomas if he can stay healthy. Luther had a rookie this year. Jacob Sims, a good wing for them. And, got Boomche in there as well, just like saying his name. And Jeff Foster, who's injured, but he does play from time to time. So, the Sixers, that's been their records. 03-04 was a bad year for them. That's how they got Iguodala. And then before that, 52-30 that first season. So that was their best season yet. And last season they had a rebound. So we're going to see what happens here again. They're also in that same condition as, maybe they have to get rid of Iverson to get a rebuilding going on. Who knows where they're at? Iverson's around 30 years old right now in this part of the seat in the save. So we'll see. Maybe they trade him off. Maybe they figure something place for him, get some draft picks out of it, or we'll see. And a team that definitely has been struggling but has the pieces, is just they can't stay healthy, are the Celtics. They were 42-40 last year. They should have been better than that. But they have the pieces. They have the pieces to get a deep playoff run, and 42-40 is In the Eastern Conference, it could probably get you to the postseason, but you added Jason Williams this year. Tony Delk's not a normal starter. We added Vladimir Radmanovic, Earl Boykins, Stephen Hunter, Sam Cassell. There's a white Mamba right there in the flesh. He can't even carry this team. That's tough for him to do it, man. It's not easy. 3-9 record this year. It's been tough for the Celtics to figure it out. Josh Powell, they've got as well. Bob Sura, they've got some pieces around that can work. It's just you need to get your guys healthy. You need to get your big three healthy. Ray Allen's out there on this team. Let's just go to the big three. Ray Allen's, I think, the only one that's actually staying healthy. Troy Murphy's also there, but he's injured. Paul Pierce is also injured. And Pau Gasol also injured. All these three guys here injured. They're big pieces there, and they're all injured. And they had Pau Gasol last year, but 42 and 40, but he wasn't there every game. I think he missed the majority of the season. And every year they've been kind of 37 and 45, 43. They're missing out on something. I don't know what it is. I haven't really been able to see truly because they have never been on the court for more than 10 games. So you still got to figure out how that chemistry is going to work between those big three. So the Celtics can't even really base anything yet or make any moves because they don't know what their big three looks like. Now the Knicks, they said, fuck it, we're going into full rebuild build, send everyone out because everyone's already passed over the age of 32. We had Allen Houston, Kurt Thomas, Antonio McDyess. They had a whole bunch of different players, and they were like, fuck it, we're going to just trade everybody and get draft picks. They got the Knicks first pick, they got the Rockets first pick, and they got the Mavericks. So they got three number one picks, and they got a lot more. And the rumor is they're going to try to put in for Carmelo Anthony this year. They're going to try to get him into New York and build around him for next season. He's already a lost season right now with Utah. And they were 49 and 33 last year, which carried them well. But they started off pretty rough, and they said, fuck it, we're going for full rebuild mode and try to get Carmelo on the squad. And this is the squad that they're bringing out. Not really much to go right home about, but they're going to be given minutes. They're going to be given time, see if there's any pieces that shine. The Knicks here are on full rebuild mode, and they understand what it is. And if the Jazz can't figure it out, I think they might be suitors for Carmelo. And I think I don't think you have to trade for Carmelo either way. I think you can just wait for him in free agency, and he'll come back and he'll come to you. And I think you might be able to take him, and you'll have those draft picks with those 3 first-round picks to build him with Carmelo. I think it's a possibility that the Knicks might look into this season. But again, they've been on and off here. They had a good season, they've been on and off each 3 years of the save. But let's see, that's the Knicks' plan. The plan's going to be just have a tough year this year. It's okay. We got draft picks. We got 3 first-round picks. And then we try to see if we can get Carmelo off of Utah in the free agency. The Nets, who started off really well, and they had a lot of injuries as well, too. Injuries to Martin, injuries to Kittle, injuries to Jefferson. The only one that stayed healthy was Jay Kidd, but at that point, they're like, we're just going to trade everybody. And they lost some people in the free agency, but this is the squad. They have Richard Jefferson, Sharif Abdul-Rahim, Mehmet Okur, Turkoglu, Petrus, Kittle. It's a nice little lineup. If Kerry Kittles can stay healthy, then that's a good option off it. But you got Gerald Green. They drafted him as well to bring him in. Jason Collins, Keith Bogans, Carlos Arroyo, Jason Maxwell, Alvin Williams. They got a nice little squad. Just build the chemistry's at 65 already. They're not. I think they can rebound. Last year they were 29 and 53. Rough year for them after having a couple winning seasons. But now this year they're going to try to change that up and hope that Byron Scott can be the guy to bring him into it, because he can't have another losing season, or else the Nets might look elsewhere with this squad that they have. But that's the Atlantic Conference right there. And yeah, hopefully I gave you guys a little preview of everything, and that's the final standings. And your boy's out of here. Bye-bye.